Hello, Indiana teachers. My name is Joanna Lewis. I am a curriculum specialist with McGraw Hill Education, and I am very excited to share with you StudySync, a comprehensive, engaging, flexible resource fully aligned to the Indiana standards and designed to ensure success on the iLearn and high school assessments. But before we unpack all the print resources, I encourage you to go online and check out the digital resources to support the print instruction. There you'll find book trailers, scaffolds for differentiation, and lots of support for professional development for you as the teacher. Let's take a look at our sample box. Student materials are on the left-hand side, and resources for teachers are available on the right. Let's take a look at the student materials. Teachers in grades 9 through 12 have choice within StudySync. Teachers may choose the core thematic unit or a novel study pathway to cover the same standards in the same amount of time. Using our shorter reads, students are able to engage in a first read, work with skills, and do a close read right in our consumable student reading writing companion. When I open up the reading writing companion, you're able to see print versions of our first read, which of course are available digitally with audio and scaffolding for differentiation support. Annotation models are given for students, opportunities to work with think questions, print or digital, as well as extended writing projects, taking kids through the entire writing process, from brainstorming to publish. If teachers choose the novel pathway for their students, students can engage in up to 3 novels for every instructional pathway. Teachers will have support with reading guides, vocabulary development, and comparative analysis and writing throughout every chapter within the novel studies. So students are able to apply skills and strategies, build reading stamina, and work with extended text for their skills and strategies. So we've taken a look at the StudySync resources available for your students. Let's take a look at the resources available for teachers. This is your print teacher edition. Of course, just like the student resources, everything available for the teacher is available digitally and more. And we'll look at the digital platform in a minute. But when I open up to your teacher edition and the unit overview, I'm able to see those 2 pathways that I mentioned earlier, the thematic pathway as well as the novel pathway. As I flip through the teacher edition, you'll see how comprehensive this teacher edition is. Pay attention to your margins, super intentional, lots of resources for instruction, including writing. So we mentioned the extended writing process in the student book. Look at the resources available for teachers so your students can successfully go through that writing process. The pathway ends with assessment in your unit, and you're able to see what assessment options are available for that unit. Speaking of assessment, in your sample box will be a teacher assessment guide. This is going to be a great resource. It's going to explain all of the assessments available within StudySync so you can make informed decisions about assessments in each of your classrooms. The last 2 resources we're going to highlight in our StudySync sample box are our program guide and our digital support guide. The program guide is our teacher's favorite resource. This is just a big picture of all of the resources within StudySync. It's going to explain each piece. It's going to give you the instructional routines within StudySync, talk about assessment and differentiation, just lots of support for you as the teacher when you're exploring the StudySync resources. The digital guide is also very helpful. When going online, this is going to be a powerful resource. It has screenshots, step-by-step directions of where to click, so you can have an easier understanding when exploring our digital platform. I'm looking forward to sharing our digital resources with you in a minute. Let's take a look at the dynamic digital resources on our Indiana StudySync platform. When I launch into the core ELA, teachers are able to see the thematic unit options on the left and the novel study options on the right. When I launch into one of the units and go into the integrated reading and writing, I can preview one of our first reads to see the scaffolds that are available for students. Teachers can support students who are struggling with language acquisition as well as approaching level readers. Those scaffolds will be available to the students right here on the left-hand side at point of use, and students will have access to them in a split screen model. Comprehension questions and think questions are available for students as well using split screen, and all of the annotations and scaffolds will appear on the left-hand side. Let's take a look at our dynamic StudySync library. Students and teachers will have access to over 2,000 titles. Here, teachers can search by title or filter by genre, theme, skill, full text studies, or standards. Speaking of standards, Indiana teachers will have access to all the Indiana standard correlations that are tagged to each of the StudySync lessons. Back on my homepage, when I scroll down, I'm able to see support with Google Classroom integration, as well as professional development for teachers. Teachers have access to teaching labs, blended learning videos, so they can see StudySync lessons in action. Please use the digital support guide in your StudySync sample box to continue to explore StudySync's digital platform. We've had an opportunity to take a look at the print and the digital resources within StudySync, but we encourage you to explore more. So please go online to your Indiana-specific site, where you'll find more resources specific to Indiana, as well as information about your local sales rep. There you can request school visits, presentations, and more materials to explore StudySync even further. We look forward to seeing you in your school buildings and giving you more information about StudySync. Thank you and have a great day.